Hey guys, this is Bubba, Westville Exotic Breeders again. This is going to be our second video. We do apologize that it took so long to get the second video out to you. We went ahead and decided to concentrate on getting our breeding stock up, working with Exotic Kingdoms on that. Also, we're working on developing our own website. It's going to be more like a care sheet and our first-hand experience with the species that we're working with. Also, something else for you to... We wanted to get the format for these videos kind of down to the same thing every time. What we're going to try to work on is introducing you to three or four of the species that we want to talk about. Just basic introduction, and then at the end we're going to try to do more of a comprehensive care of a certain species at the end of the videos. Real quick, we're going to do a guided tour. I'm going to kind of back out of the way and let you kind of see that we have got a lot more. We got our Parahybano up here. He's kind of out and about. One of the ones we're going to talk about in a little while is the Poecilotheria regalis. This is my little baby, Delilah, full-grown Indian. She's actually kind of a public Indian, if you can even say that there is one. She doesn't hide as much as most, and she's also not very defensive at all whenever we try to handle her. I wouldn't suggest anybody else coming in here trying to handle her. She might bite you. But later on in the video, we're going to talk about the Mexican fireleg, the aviculaire versicolor. We're also going to talk about Bruce's favorite, which is his Elvira, which is a Brazilian black. The actual end of the video, the focus part of it is going to be about the Chilobrachys Huahini. This is the Asian fawn, or the Asian fawn bird eater. You're actually going to get kind of lucky. We have a female that is ready to breed, so we're going to do kind of a mating video as well as a care sheet video. You can kind of pan around to the rest of the room. What we're going to show you is our juvies and our babies. Some of the ones that we've done up here, we got a couple 20 highs that we worked on. We got some Mexican red knees and a fire leg. And then our female, our pride and joy when it comes to our OBTs and our baboons, we got two female Fort Halls and two female OBTs that are actually coming into age to breed. We've got a H-Mac. This is one of our other favorite species, as an old world tarantula, and we're trying to get them up big enough to breed. We did finally get some goodies. I'm sure he just showed you on the shelf. That's one of our Smithies back there. He's showing you our goodies again. We're very proud to actually have those. That's actually my favorite pokey that we have. Back here we have a few of our spiders. In the middle there you saw Ricky. He's kind of on his last legs. He's a old Chaco that we've had since about two and a half years ago. And once we get done with this little bit of a guided tour, this is actually a lid that we did on a cage. We're working on that. I'm going to start doing some custom cages later on down the road. We're trying to work on the designs for those, and we'll have price lists up and everything like that. But this is kind of an early rendition of our work. But now that we've kind of gone over an introduction and kind of a guided tour, I know I'm still getting used to doing this whole camera thing, so you're going to have to work with us on that. Alright guys, we're back. This is one of the spiders that we wanted to show you. This is our very, very beautiful, fully grown female Indian. Like I've said on the first video, some of these spiders, I don't recommend you handling them if you're fidgety at all. You have to be able to keep very still. They are defensive. They're not aggressive. It takes a little handling. Sometimes it takes one or two people to get them out of their little hiding spots. But once you get her out, you can see that she's perfectly sweet, and she'll sit there all day long. Now I will post a couple pictures if you haven't seen it on Facebook. She crawled all over my head for probably about 5 or 10 minutes last time we had her out, and it was a blast. We were laughing our butts off. But this is one of the things we want to, I want to focus on, because I mainly do the pokies, Chilobrachys, your old world tarantulas that everybody gives a bad name as being, oh, they're too aggressive, they're way too mean. No, they're not. This is something that, in later videos I really want to get out. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes confidence. Alright guys, this is one of our babies actually. She just molted out probably about 2.5–3 weeks ago. It is, if you have not already figured it out, an aviculated versicolor. This is one of the species that we are expecting to breed probably within the next 8 to 9 months. If you don't know much about them, they're very easygoing, very laid back. I would consider this a very easy spider for beginners if you like the arboreal type. They do like to make some pretty massive webs. Do be careful because they will poop white stuff on you, so I try to keep her away from my black shirts. Other than that, we're going to get, I think Bruce is going to bring up the next spider, and it's going to be Elvira, our prize Brazilian black, and back to you in just a second.
And this one here is my personal favorite. This here is a Brazilian black, also known as the Grammostola pulchra. And this one has a name. I call her Elvira. She's solid black. She's not eating right now. I think she's in pre-molt, so I'm not going to hold her too long. And she's not eating a little cricket. I got to pull that out of her cage. But this one right here is my favorite. Right after she molts, she is a beautiful black, solid jet black, and just gorgeous. But I'll try to get some more pictures whenever she molts. Alright, we got another one out here. This is a Mexican fire leg. This is one of my favorites. This is terrestrial. I have 3 of these. 2 are full-grown females, and I just bought a spiderling from Repticon. I'm hoping that it turns out to be a male because I want to breed these as soon as it gets full grown, gets its hooks and boxing gloves. And as you can see, this spider has plenty of color, and it is a hair flicker. I'll see if I can actually get it to flick hair, but it won't do it right now. It just wants to sit still. But look at the color on this one. This is really one of my favorites. I really like this spider.
Alright guys, this is going to be the second half of the video. Like we said, we're going to try to do care information and habitat information on specific species. This video, we're actually going to talk about the Chilobrachys huahini,
also known as the Asian fawn bird eater.
Alright, this spider is from Thailand. Therefore, I'll go ahead and let you know that the temperature and humidity that they like is going to be between 75 and 85 degrees and 75 to 85% humidity. If this is going to be a spider that you're wanting to keep in the hobby as a pet and inside of a air-conditioned room, I do recommend some kind of heat source, preferably a heat mat on the bottom, so that you can moisten the substrate to keep the humidity in the cage up and the temperature as well. They are a opportunistic spider as far as the habitat is concerned. When we first made this cage, the substrate was up to about 4.5 to 5 inches. They never burrowed, so we decided to take it out, lower it down, and actually give them some log to play, or some bark pieces to play around with. As you can see, the females are a little bit more creative when it comes to webbing their environment. The male over here on the right, he's just the bare minimum. This is actually the female that I was handling in the first video. So a lot of people out there call these defensive or aggressive. I don't agree with that. I think it's how you handle the spider and how much confidence, and if you can keep a still hand. I don't recommend these for beginners. Now that we got most of that information out of the way, probably got a little bit more we're going to give you, but we're going to get to the mating section of the video.
Okay everybody, a couple more things before we put these two together. A very important tip: if you're going to put the male in with the female, make sure that she is well fed, because after they breed, she may actually eat the male if she's hungry. So make sure that he has an escape, and make sure she is well fed, and it would be also good to make sure he's well fed. Down here beside our little terrarium, we've got a couple things that we use whenever we're mating the tarantulas. This right here, a lot of times we put between them to keep them from fighting if they're actually going to fight, so we can use the male for another day. And one of the main things that I like to use that I think it's effective is I try to get the male to go on a piece of bark like this. That way I'm not actually handling him before I put him in. I don't know if it makes that big of a difference, but we've had pretty good success with it, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Alright guys, we're going to try this. He just moved around into her burrow, and as you can see, he's using his pedipalps to send vibrations or drum. So we'll see if she's responsive. They've done this a couple of times so far, so hopefully we just want to make sure she looks like she's getting a little irritable. She may already be pregnant.
We're hoping.
But, we'll hope and see. Most times you want to introduce them 2 or 3 times, so
he's still drumming.
I'm going to try to get a better angle, come around to the other side.
And they're doing it.
And here we go.
You didn't tell them about, huh? She's cooperating. She's just in a bad mood. She's pregnant. She ran.
Alright guys, we appreciate you watching the video. Any comments and questions that you want to, you can just post on here. They'll go directly to my phone. That video is going to be kind of funny about the mating. I think she's already pregnant. She's kind of moody. That's the first time she's ever actually acted that aggressive towards him. So, but once again, we want to thank Exotic Kingdom. We actually got those spiders from him when they were about the size of a dime, about 14 to 16 months ago at a Repticon. And those guys are really great. They take care of us. We try to take care of them. The guys at Camden Aquatics, they've been showing us a lot of support, been helping us get some containers for our juvies, and also all of our friends, our family. George, Bruce's brother, he helps us obtain our aquariums, and that's all I can think of.
Well, also Zach's missing in action too. I think he's probably tied up on video games still. I'll try to get that controller out of his hand, and we'll try to get him on next time. So until next time, take care.